for
Yes,
Meeting recording has started.
yeah, he has already started.
Okay. Good morning, our partners, and thank you very much to join us today, mid-market, the first session. As mentioned, we have three sessions related to the mid-market. We have Avaya mid-market unified communication with subscription. This is the first session. It will be for 1 hour. Next session, it will be Avaya mid-market contact centers, ACR and ACCS with subscription. And the third session, it will be Avaya Centrum channel program, which is the value-add applications where you can sell them on top of Avaya core enterprise or mid-market. These three sessions, every session will be like a 1 hour only. It will not take your time, and we gonna record these sessions for who will not attend, and we can repeat them. If you see these sessions not enough for you, you need more details, more deep dive trainings, we are happy to support you. Just send email to our distributor, and we will schedule for next deep dive training for 5 hours in any subject. Okay? Let me open the presentation, and someone of you let me know if the slides coming. Can you see the slides?
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay, then I'm Hamza Al-Wahbani, the mid-market. I'm handling the mid-market sales in Middle East, Africa, Turkey. If you need any help in terms of sales, in terms of pre-sales, designing, RFP, demo, even the technical, just reach to me, and I will forward you to the correct team, or I will guide you where you have to finish your job. We are here to support you, Avaya and the distributor, to support the partner to sell more and when to win. Today, the 1 hour session, it will be around the Avaya mid-market unified communication and telephony system only. We will not talk about the contact center or the Centrum. It will be in the next two series. Today agenda around the IB Office platform and editions and how to address them, which edition you have to sell, and what's the total capacity of IB Office, how to build the RFP, how to go to the customer and lock the customer for Avaya in terms of explaining for him what we have, what we can reach in terms of limitations, features, capacity, and the other vendors cannot do that in terms of mid-market solutions. We can go for your customer. Please mute your microphone. Anyone, please mute your microphone.
Onat Bey, Esra Hanım, rica etsem mikrofonlarınızı kapatabilir misiniz lütfen? Gökhan Bey.
Thank you very much. Okay, in the agenda today, we are going to talk about the Avaya Session Border Controller, which will help the IB Office customers how to secure the SIP trunk and how to secure and to connect remote endpoint, remote soft phone from remote side. We are going to talk about the mobility, how to enable the IX workplace, the soft phone, how to integrate the Avaya IX workplace telephony features with third-party desktop application like Salesforce, like Outlook, like Google Chrome and other, how you can handle your calls, make your calls from anywhere by using any device at any time, connecting to the IB Office. And we are going to talk about the kind of conferencing solutions coming with IB Office, the built-in and the extra cost, the audio and the video, the ad hoc conference and the meet-me conference. And we will understand how to sell and how to propose that for our customers. Also, we are going to talk about how we can enable the call recording for our IB Office customers. What's the license required here, and what's the prerequisite in terms of hardware, in terms of edition, and in terms of number of concurrent license to handle concurrent recording session. At the end of all of this, we are going to convert our discussion to subscription. How we can sell all the editions, the license, the mobility, the conference, the media, the call recording, how we can convert them to one line item, and that one line item will be subscribed to the customer for monthly payment. Instead of paying one-time huge amount, instead of complex solution, complex BOQ, and a lot of upgrade and maintenance and blah blah, we are going to convert that to one license to bring all the features in one license, and the payment will be monthly. That's the iBook subscription. And at the end, we will take you like to view, to have a trip about what we have today in terms of endpoints, IB, digital cameras, headset, and we will talk about the new features and why, what is the new technology come with Avaya endpoints. That's our agenda for today, 1 hour. I hope we can finish that in 1 hour, and I hope you are enjoying. Please prepare your question, and you can put them on the chat or prepare them at the end of the session. You can open your microphone and ask. Today, as a partner, when you go to any customer, talk about the to any mid-market customer or SMB, when you explain, when you present the IB Office to him, present them with full capacity. Don't talk about only the standard edition or the essential. Talk about the full capacity of IB Office. That will lock the account to us. That will kill the competitor. Today, IB Office can support you, can connect up to 3,000 extension user. That kind of user can use IB phone or digital phone or Android phone or soft phone or non-Avaya phone. That user can be connected locally or remotely to the IB Office. As well as today with IB Office, we can connect up to 150 branch, 150 IB Office 500 B2 or 150 gateway server branches, cities inside the countries or outside the countries and between the cities. And all of them connected to one server, and we can duplicate that server only to have high availability. And this high availability will support all the branches and all the phones under the branches up to 3,000 users and 150 branch. As well as today, the IB Office come with built-in on the same server call recording without any extra server. It will support you to record up to 500 call on the same time by adding the license. We'll talk about that. Today, IB Office coming with built-in voicemail pro, where you can build your call flow, where announcement, and you can reach up to 500 board of the voicemail, which will allow you to receive concurrent calls up to 500 call, and all of them, they can interact with the voicemail messaging and options, as well as these 500 boards will allow the users to open their voicemail, to listen to the message, to create message for them, personal extensions, so the customer will listen for that. That's for IB Office. Today, IB Office, it's full hybrid system. It's not only IB, it can be IB or digital or analog or mix. As well as today, in IB Office, every telephone, every extension can do a conference audio. He can bring up to 64 in one conference call without adding any license. And we can repeat that conference with multiple users until we reach 512 conference call on the same time. That's the full capacity of IB Office today. IB Office today supports the audio call, the video call, the chat, the instant messaging, the voicemail, and the mobility. Today, IB Office as well as support the SDK development kit. So if you are a programmer or a developer, you can integrate our IB Office with your third-party applications or database. It's open to do the integration with billing software, with anything. Even it's open to do the artificial intelligence and integrate it with, for example, chatbot. That is the power of IB Office. That's the full capacity. When you are trying to build RFB depend on these informations. So when you go to the customer and tell him these are IB Office features and limitations, you put that in one table. You can ask me about that table. I will share it with you. iOffice today in one server support 3,000 users. In one server, 3,000 soft phone. You can connect up to 150 sites. Support up to 500 voicemail, 512 conference. You can connect up to 1,024 SIP trunk on the same time. It support hybrid system. It's come with two kinds of contact center for future use, Avaya Contact Center Select and ACR. It's come built in on the same server call recording, at the same server web collaboration, at the same server presence, chat, instant messaging, video call, audio call, all in one server and even in 1 to 2 license. IP endpoint for the phones and power users for the video call, audio call, chat, instant messaging, and a media manager, one license to do the call recording. Very simple and huge and big. It can support the enterprise level of mid-size. So when you build that RFP with your customers, that means other brands, believe me, they will jump to the enterprise level to try compete Avaya iOffice. They will jump to enterprise telephony system. In that case, their price will be high. If you convince the customer to build this RFP and ask the other vendors to comply with these features. Then today, that's the overview about the iOffice in general. But actually we have two kind of modes. We have two kind of editions. We have the standard edition. Under the standard edition come three editions: basic edition, essential edition, preferred edition, which required mandatory you have to buy the iOffice 500 V2 gateway. In that iOffice 500 V2, without any license, just take the iOffice, go to the customer, plug and play without any license. It can, this is the basic edition, it can support you up to 100 telephony, digital or analog, only 100. And you can connect up to 64 analog trunk. And that iOffice without any license coming with built-in voicemail with 2 auto-attend channel, and you can plug and play and configure the extensions up to 164 analog trunk and greeting message and go ahead. But that's fixed configuration and you cannot customize it. The customer cannot say open this and customize this, add. That's the basic. That's the basic edition. Then basic edition, it is not required any license. Just if you need to increase the auto attend to 6, you have to increase to add 2 license. If you buy the essential edition license and put that license in the iOffice, 1 license, it will open the system to support you 384 hybrid extensions. It can be full IB or mixed between IB and digital and analog, or it can be full analog. Then for IB extensions, for IB phones, we need only license. For digital and analog, we need cards. We have a cards 8 board, 6 board, and we have 16 board, and we have 30 board. So you can build your cards until you reach the maximum capacity 384. And that essential edition will open the iOffice to support 204 analog trunk and 128 SIP trunk. That's the full capacity of essential edition, which will support telephony system, trunk, and internal built-in voicemail, auto-attend, greeting, auto-attend channel. And you can increase the auto-attend only up to 6. What's the benefit of auto-attend? Yeah, auto-attend will allow concurrent customers to call and listen. The number 7 will not listen to the greeting message. He will be transferred directly to the extension, to the reception. That's the full capacity of essential. If you add the preferred edition on the same iOffice 500 V2, that means you still have the same capacity of 384 extension, of 204 analog trunk, of 128 SIP trunk, but you can enable the call recording. You can buy the media manager license, and that media manager will enable the call recording, as well as you can enable the soft phone, which is Avaya iX Workplace for mobile and or for PC. just by adding power user for every user. Then preferred edition will support the call recording, essential NAT. Preferred edition will support the IX, the mobility, the soft phone, essential edition will not. And for preferred edition, mandatory to have either server from Avaya or UC card from Avaya. The server can be from outside or it can be a virtual machine. When I have to buy server from Avaya or from outside or third party or virtual machine, with preferred edition if the call recording required. But without call recording, we still can use the UC card, Unified Communication Card from Avaya. That will handle 3 applications. The server will handle 3 applications. The server will handle the voicemail pro, because in the preferred edition, 4 ports free of voicemail pro of auto attend free, and you can reach up to 40 board. While in essential edition, as I said, 2 board of auto attend free built in, and you can reach up to 6 only without an external server on the same IP office by the SD card. But for preferred edition, it comes with 4 board of auto attend voicemail boards, and you can increase them up to 40 board. That means you can handle up to 40 external calls, and all of them, they will listen to the greeting message and they will interact with that. That means you can record up to 40 boards, because the call recording depends on the voicemail boards. Then you, in the preferred edition, you can record up to 40 concurrent calls if you have the license of Media Manager call recording. Then the UC card, if there is no call recording requirements, it's enough. But the application server, it's required if the customer need call recording. And the soft phone and the voicemail pro can be managed by either the UC card or the server base, the application server. And you can download the application server on that server from support.avaya.com under the name Server Edition. Okay, that's the preferred edition and essential edition and basic. One more or 2 more informations about this series. In the preferred and essential edition, still every extension can do conference call up to 64, and you can repeat that until you reach 128 only. That's the full capacity of audio conference in standard mode. Okay, more than that, we will jump to the server base. Also, in essential, in the basic edition, you cannot connect between the branches. Clear? But in essential edition and preferred edition, you can connect between 32 branch, 32 IP office. The license will be used to connect between IP office. IP office is SCN, Small Community Network. In the description, you will find the description networking license like that. Okay. The one license will support 4 boards. That means if you bought one license in IP Office A and one license in IP Office B, that means in different cities, that means there is a voice over IP call up to 4. And you can increase the license until you reach 128 board. That means between every IP office, you can do voice over IP calls up to 128 desk-to-desk dialing through voice over IP between 2 branches. Then the license is SCN. What's the difference between the preferred and essential when we connect between the branches? The big difference, in preferred, we can configure one of them and as a resiliency for other. In case we have a preferred edition for one of them, of these branches, that means we can configure the preferred edition to be resilient for the other one. But in essential, we can only connect between the branches, but we cannot configure one to be redundancy for the other. In the preferred edition, yes, we can configure one IP office to be redundancy for other. In terms of the IP phones which connected to the IP office switch down, all the IP phones were connected to the other IP office because we are in the preferred edition, and the SCN will manage that. So, in case the customer asks for more than 384 extension, or in case the customer asks for more than 40 voicemail board, or in case the customer asks for more than 128 SIP trunk, or in case the customer asks for more than 204 analog trunk, all of these you have to jump to the Surfer mode. Surfer mode, we have two editions. We have a Surfer edition and Select edition, and mandatory there to have a Avaya Surfer, or you can bring your own Surfer or virtual machine, or it can be on storage on Amazon, on, for example, Microsoft Azure. You can put the ISO there and run the system. Then the first one, the Surfer edition, will support you up to 2000 IB extension on the Surfer. But if you need non-IB extension, if you would like to connect digital or analog system, then you have to add IB offices until you reach 2000 extension. Because every IB office will support you 384, and you can add them until you reach 2000 total extension, digital or IB or analog. Please mute your microphone. Okay, then the Surfer edition also still will support 32 site only. With Surfer edition, you can connect up to 30 site only, no more, like the preferred edition and the essential edition. But with Surfer edition, all the 30 sites, you can duplicate the main Surfer to have a high availability. So all the 30 sites, they will be connected to the primary and secondary. If the primary down, all of them will be connected to the secondary automatically. With Surfer edition, the number of SIP trunk we can connect up to 250, not like in the preferred and the essential 128. Okay. Also, conference call inside the IB office, we can reach up to 250 conference calls, 64 from every device, and we can repeat that. Okay. Then in Surfer edition, we can reach up to 2000 hybrid extension. We can connect up to 32 sites. We can reach up to 250 conference call, 250 SIP trunk, and we can reach up to 150 voicemail board, two free with every Surfer edition license. The important point here, every IB office or Surfer, primary or secondary, required Surfer edition license. For example, if we have the primary Surfer and the secondary Surfer, and we have 5 IB offices, that means we need 7 Surfer edition license to connect between them. See, in preferred edition and essential edition, when we connect between the branches, we need SCN license. Every SCN will give you 4 boards. If we need more, we need to add more SCN license. But in Surfer edition, we don't want any SCN license. The Surfer edition come with built-in 256 SCN license as a free. Every Surfer edition, it will come with 2 voicemail boards free. That means if you have primary Surfer and 2 IB offices, that means the connectivity between all of them up to 256 call. That means 256 people can call another 256 call. And that means if we have 3 Surfer edition, that means we have 6 voicemail boards. And we can increase the number of voicemail boards up to 150. Regarding the call recording, just we have to add the media manager license on the same Surfer. We don't want any extra Surfers like the preferred edition. We have to buy application Surfer. But in Surfer edition, the same Surfer will be used for the recording, for the soft phone. If we need the soft phone, just we will add the power user for every user, and the power user will be managed by the same Surfer in terms of audio call, video call, chat, presence, instant messaging, Outlook integration, all the stuff. Then, if the customer asks you for more than 2000 extensions, or if the customer asks you for more than 250 SIP trunk, or for more than 32 site, or for more than 250 conference, blah, blah, in that case, we will go for Select edition. We will put 1 Select edition license on that Surfer, the same Surfer. Then the system will open up to 3000 hybrid phone. It can be IB, digital, analog, or it can be soft phone power user. And you can connect up to 150 branch, 150 IB offices. 1 primary, for example, 1 secondary, and 184 branches connected to the primary and secondary for high availability. As well as we can connect up to 500 plus SIP trunk, and we can reach up to 500 voicemail boards, and we can record up to 500 calls on the same time because we have 500 voicemail boards. Then, depend on the customer requirement, you have to address any of these additions. Depend on how many number of extensions, then you will go for depend on how many number of concurrent calls, depend on how many numbers of voicemail call recording channels, depend on how many number of SIP runs, depend on how many number of branches. You have to go with the specific edition, the proper edition. That's make the IPOFS easy to scale and grow. Today, you can sell the IPOFS for small customer, and during the years, he can reach up to 3,000 easily. Just up to 384 with same gateway, more than 300, he will jump with server base and keep the same IPOFS, keep the same license, keep the same phones, and grow up to 3,000 extensions. In terms of deployment, if that server base and if all the extensions is IB and the trunk is SAB and power user, then you have the option to buy the server from Avaya or to bring the server from external or to use your virtual machine. Just go and have the software from Avaya and download. But if there is a TDM, if there is hybrid solution require digital phone, analog phone, then you have to buy the IPOFS 500 V2 from Avaya. That's mandatory. But the server, it's up to you to go with Avaya server or your server if you are a partner for HP or Dell, and or virtual machine, and you can go. Avaya will not ask you, will not enforce you to buy Avaya servers. That's flexible deployment options today we have. If you ask Avaya what we have in terms of servers, we have today the new series of ASB 110, ASB 120, 130, 400, 200, 4200. For IPOFS server edition and select edition, we have an application server with preferred edition. We have two kinds of server. We have the small one, which is ACB 110 240. That's the small one, which you can use it for application server or for the half capacity of server edition if the customer asks only for 1,000, or you can use the same server ACB 110 240 for the half capacity of select edition. But in case the customer asks for the full capacity of server edition more than 1,000 or the full capacity of select edition more than 1,500, then we will go for ACB 110 64. 640. Then we have big server and small server. For ACCS, today the only supported server is ACB 130 profile 5. That's the server with profile 5. It's the only supported server with ACCS. And by the way, ACB 110, it's come appliance, no virtual machine, but ACB 130 appliance, it comes with virtual machine, so you can divide that ACB 130 to multiple virtual machine, because today Avaya Contact Center Select require 3 virtual machines, one of the kind of deployment, and you can configure the ACB 130 profile 5 to, for example, 4 virtual machines, 3 for ACCS and 1 for server edition. Then you can use the same server ACB 130 profile 5, share it between server edition and ACCS in one server. That's good news for you. If we come back to the resiliency, we have 2 modes as I explained. We have the standard mode, which is the essential and preferred and the basic, and we have the server mode. Let me introduce for you how we can configure, how we can enable the resiliency between 2 IPOFSs in the standard mode. In this resiliency, one of them should be under preferred edition. Without preferred edition, still we can connect between the 2 IPOFSs through the SCN license, the networking license here and there. And once we connect between the branches, we have multiple features to use. We can do disk-to-disk dialing between the cities and the branches. We can see the caller number, the caller name come to the screen from different branch. We can use the call pickup between the branches. We can use the call paging. We can use the inbound call routing. We can route the calls from branch to branch. We can use outbound call routing even. Sometimes if we need to call someone in different city, in remote city, we can log into that branch and call that customer as a local call. Use that trunks in that branch. And as well as we, by this license SCN, we can enable the hot disking. Hot disking, that means you can move from branch to branch you can use any Avaya phone to log out from the existing extension and log in by your extension, which is related to different branch, without asking the IT guy to come and configure that phone for you. This is enabled when you connect between the two branches through SCN, the hot disking. The last benefit from connecting between the branch, if one of them is preferred, you can configure centralized voicemail Pro. That means you can configure one application server to handle the voicemail, the call flow for all the branches. Then all the branches incoming calls will be forwarded to that voicemail, and all the calls coming to all the branches will listen to the same greeting message, and all the voicemail boxes for all the users will be stored in that voicemail Pro application server. So we can enable centralized or distributed voicemail Pro for all the branches once one of them is preferred. Again, if one of them is preferred, in case branch A down, all the phones which connected to the branch A will connect it automatically to the branch B in case the branch A down. Because today the IP phones not connected directly to the IP office. All the IP phones connected to the switch, and from the switch to router, and router to the IP office. Then when we do the integration between SCN to IP offices and we enable the resiliency, the IP phone, every IP phone will take two IP addresses, the primary and secondary. Then when he discover that primary down, he will start looking where is the secondary, and he will connect himself automatically to the secondary server, and the phones will still working. That's the high availability, the resiliency for standard mode. If we are talking about the server mode, yes, we need to only duplicate the primary server. Either the small server, ACB 110 240 or ACB 110 640. Or if the customer brings virtual machine, we can duplicate the virtual machine. Once we duplicate the servers, we will just duplicate the server edition license, and we will not duplicate any other license. Then once we connect between the two IP offices, two servers as one primary and one secondary, and all the branches will be connected to the primary and secondary, all the phones will be connected to the primary, and they have option 2 with secondary. In case the primary down, all the phones, all the branches will be connected to the secondary, and that connection will stay and for 1 month only. For 1 month only. During that month, please do not shut down the secondary server or restart the secondary server, because if you do that, all the resiliency, the phones which connected from another branch will go down. Okay, then try to keep the secondary server live, running on during the 1 month until you bring the primary server back again to the live. Okay, then how about the time? Yeah, if we have two calls active, now they are talking, and the primary down, that the active calls will stay active, will not disconnect. Then we can say this solution will support active with zero downtime for active calls. But if we have a phone which not active, which not ideal, no one using it, and the primary server is down, then in that case, the IP phone will take 3 minutes to start recognize where is the secondary, and it will connect to the secondary. It will take 3 minutes. During these 3 minutes, you cannot use it, you cannot make any calls. Then we can say 0 downtime for active calls, 3 downtime for ideal phones. That's our solution. If you need zero downtime for everything, go for enterprise, for Aura system. Okay, then with this kind of high availability, all the IP phones, all the SIP phones, all the voicemail, all the 1X, all the hunt group, the incoming call routing, the web RTC integration, all of these configuration will stay connected to the secondary server during the failover. Okay, hunt group, no incoming greeting message, voicemail. That means everything will stay as it when the primary down, even the greeting message, no one will be disturbed. Even the the customer still can use the trunk if we connect the SIP trunk to both servers. But in case the IP Office 500v2 down, all the digital phones will be down because the digital and analog phones, the connectivity is cable to the IP Office. They are not connected to the switch. For that reason, if the IP Office 500v2 down, all the analog or digital phones will be down, but the IP phones will connect it to the secondary in every branch. If any branch down, all the phones there will be connected to the primary. If the primary is still live, all it will be connected to the secondary. Then it's high availability from everywhere for every branch. And the session border controller, that's the portable or server base. We have two kinds of Avaya SBC, session border controller. The purpose of session border controller to secure the SIP trunk. Today, you know, the SIP trunk can be connected directly to the IP Office without any security, but it can work and you can use the SIP trunk. But if you are worried about the security of that SIP trunk, use the Avaya session border controller to secure the SIP trunk. This is the first purpose of SBC. Otherwise, you can confirm with your customer. You will take care of your SIP security. We don't have any responsibility. If he confirms, yes. If not, then tell him you have to buy SBC to secure your SIP trunk. This is the first purpose of session border controller. The second purpose of SBC to connect remote endpoint IP phones or to connect soft phone from remote side. That means the SBC can work as a VPN-less. If you would like to connect phones remotely from anywhere through the internet or soft phone, if you have the SBC, that will be enough for you without bringing VPN, third-party VPN. Then, to secure the SIP trunk and to secure remote endpoint and connect them to the IP Office. This is the purpose of session border controller. Today in Avaya, we have one unified communication application for IP Office and for enterprise, for Aura. The name of that unified communication application, IX Workplace. This is like a soft phone and a unified communication application, even collaboration application. This kind of soft phone, you can install it in your laptop, on your mobile, Android or iOS, or Mac or Windows. And this soft phone will enable you to handle the calls locally or remotely, to receive calls or make calls, to change your presence, to do chat with your friends who in the same company, to check the history, to check your calendar, as well as to do audio call and video call point-to-point free. The required license for this IX Workplace is Power User, and only this IX Workplace working with Preferred Edition or Surfer Edition or Select Edition. With Essential, no. And you can do a point-to-point video call without additional add any license. If you would like to do a conference call with same with same IX Workplace soft phone without having a room to do conference, yes. Today Avaya offer you Scopia XT desktop server on the right side down. That small portable, if you buy it, it is one line item, Scopia XT desktop server for IP Office. It will allow you to do 9 conference calls on the same time, between 9 IX Workplace soft phone or between 9 Avaya video phone or mix inside the IP Office. Then if the customer asks you to do video conference between the employee up to 9 maximum, you can buy the XT desktop server for IP Office. But if the customer need more, then you will go to the enterprise Econex over the top video conference solutions which support sorry 10, 20, 40, 100, 200, 400, depend on the license. If you need the cameras, yes, we have XT5000 camera, 7000 camera for the rooms. But if the customer only asking to do conference calls between the employee who has video phone or soft phone, just sell him the XT desktop server for IP Office without any license. That server will support up to 9 conference call on the same IP Office video. Okay, with same license of Power User, you can log into your extension through the web and do audio call, video call, presence chat with same license of Power User. The Power User will enable for you the web client. Okay, with same license of Power User, you can enable the Meet Me conference. Meet Me conference, it is like a plug-in application on Outlook or web browser that will allow you to select up to 64 extension or trunk or number, and what's the time, what's the subject, and schedule that call monthly or weekly, every week, and click on schedule. If you add these 64 in your Outlook with their emails, every extension you add, you bought email for him, your Outlook will send him an email that you invite him to do audio conference. And you will get notification, and you can extend your conference to next time, and that plugin will be on your Outlook to see all the Meet Me conference. The Meet Me conference, once you click on schedule, for example, tomorrow, 10 a.m. morning, the system will call all the 64 who you add them to join the conference. Then you can schedule for your calls through that button from web browser or from Outlook. Okay, that's the Meet Me conference. That's additional features can be used by the Power User without any license. Then Power User can be used today for IX Workplace. It can be used for WebRTC to enable your extension from web, to enable the Meet Me. Not only that, today most of the customer using third-party application like Salesforce, like Outlook, like Google Chrome, like Skype for Business, like all these applications, Microsoft Link, like these applications today, some of the customer will ask you why I have to handle the calls and switch between my desktop application and your soft phone or your phone if I need to receive call or make calls. No, we can tell the customer we can have our plugin on your desktop application, so you can use that plugin to handle the calls, make calls, receive calls, and check the history of your calls. Outlook, Salesforce, Google Chrome, Skype for Business. So we can convert your Skype for Business as an extension for the iOS. We can convert your Salesforce as Skype extension soft phone for iOS. We can convert your Outlook and Google Chrome and Office 365 as an extension for iOS. And what's the license required here? The same Power User. That's why you have to go to your customer and tell him that we are not only providing you soft phone, we are giving you UC license. UC license, which is the Power User, it's not just a soft phone. It is a unified communication application which can support you audio call, video call, presence, chat, Outlook integration, Salesforce integration, Skype business integration, Google Chrome integration. You can log in by your web. You can do Meet Me. All these you can list them for your customer and give him what's the power, why we are strong, why we are better than the others in terms of mobility, in terms of unified communication, in terms of collaboration, in terms of desktop integration. One license, one server. That's it. We are not asking you for many servers. We are not asking you for many licenses. We just need Power User and the same server to enable all of that. Another license related to the web collaboration, like what we are doing today, but this is only audio. This license will enable the customer to do chat between 64 only, and he can share the presentation, he can share slides, he can share whiteboards, he can share his desktop or the remote desktop. This is for training purpose with audio call only. The same what we are doing today, but without. This is if the customer asks something local, he don't want anything on the cloud, because what we are doing today, it's on cloud, but this is on the iOS itself, locally, without any internet. He can do web collaboration, share presentation, he can share link for the employee, up to 64, they can open the web, and they can see the presentation, chatting, whiteboards, and they can listen to all 64 in one call. That's the web collaboration license. Call recording, we can enable the call recording in only preferred edition or server edition or select edition. In preferred edition, we need application server. In server edition and select edition, we don't want any extra server. We can use the same server. The license required for the media manager is media for the call recording is the media manager, one only per system. But how many number of concurrent calls we can record? Yes, we can record up to 40 calls in preferred edition. We can record up to 150 calls in server edition, and we can record up to 500 calls in select edition, depend on the voicemail boards. Then when you go to the customer, when you design a quotation, you should take care about how many numbers of call recording on the same time. Then if the customer tell you I need to record 10 calls on the same time, then the voicemail bars should be 10 as a quantity. Clear? Clear. If someone asks you how much storage I need, yeah, the only answer for that, 1 hour required 8 MB. That means how to calculate if the customer has a 10 agent, for example, we will calculate for the first one, 1 hour need 8 MB, 12 hours need multiply 8 MB, multiply that with 30 days, multiply that with 12 months, 1 year we need for one agent, and multiply by 10 to calculate how much size storage we need for example, 3 years for 10 agents. Then 1 hour required 8 MB only, and it is web interface. You can filter, you can search about all the calls, depend on the caller ID, depend on the extension, depend on the length, depend on the date, time, and you can listen live or download to your computer and send by email. This is very simple application. Then, after all this overview about the mid-market, about the editions, we have a basic, we have essential, we have preferred, we have select edition, server edition. You as a partner and customer has to take care about this complexity. You don't make any mistakes. Then, in terms of trunks, you have to take care about how many number of step trunk license and how many number of voicemail boards. If I need to receive 20 calls in the same time, then I have to put 20 voicemail boards there. For call recording, I have to put the media manager. For IP endpoint, I have to buy IP endpoint license, depend on how many number of IP endpoint. For soft phone, I have to buy power user license, depend on how many number of users. To connect between the branches, in server edition and select edition, I have to put server edition or select edition in every branch. In terms of preferred edition, I have to put SCN, and depend on how many number of calls I have to increase the SCN. See, it's more complexity. And not only that, I have to tell the customer how many number of years for support, 1 year, 2 years. And every year we will come to the customer, your system become old, you have to upgrade, and this is the license of upgrade, this is the cost of upgrade. Then upgrading, take care of support, license, complexity. If the customer tomorrow add a new branch, he need another design in terms of what's the edition, what's the voicemail pro, what's the IP endpoint. He have to take care about all this complexity every year in terms of design, as well as in terms of latest application, latest release, upgrade. But the only solution to avoid all of that, by sell Avaya IPOffice subscription. Then don't only think about the money here. If you think about the money, yes, when we quote subscription for 3 years for small customers and compare that cost with one-time payment, no, one-time payment is enough. It's cheaper. But where we are going to sell the subscription, in the customer looking to shift from CapEx to OpEx. If the customer vision is to go over OpEx, no more data centers, no more upgrade, no more license, no more complexity. I don't want to take care about the design, about the upgrade, about the support. I have to pay monthly, and that's it. If the customer looking for most scalable and cost-effective offering collaboration solution, if he need everything with him, he don't want tomorrow, no, you have to buy that license to enable XYZ feature. You have to buy that license to enable XY. If you need everything from Avaya, the subscription is good, because in the subscription, we will sell him only one license, and he will have the full capacity of select edition. Mobility and other advanced features enabled on subscription. Reduce the total cost of ownership. Yes, if the customer worry about the budget from day one, That's the only solution to go with subscription. If the customer looking to access to the latest technology, always he need the latest technology to be in his system, that's the subscription. Without asking a partner, could you check my upgrade? Could you check? And if the customer always expand, add new branch, new license, new, that's the subscription will be easy for him to flexible sizing. Then the subscription will keep you with latest technology, simple package, support include, upgrade include, you can add user as you want. Today we have only 3 kinds of license, that's it. We are not talking about SIP trunk, voicemail pro, edition, power user, just 3 license, basic, essential power. If you need only telephony system, phones with recording, without any kind of soft phone or web collaboration or mobiling or web application integration, if you buy the basic, you can add up to 3,000 phone, digital or analog or IP, no matter how much number of voicemail. You will have the full capacity of voicemail pro up to 500. You will have the full capacity of SIP trunk. You will have the full capacity of recording. You can add up to 150 branch without asking Avaya about the license. They will give you free. Just depend on how many number of telephones you will buy the basic. Essential, it's coming phone with light soft phone to do calls. But power user, it's everything. You can connect any kind of phone to that power user. You can use that power user for IX workplace to do present chat, instant messaging, web collaboration, integrate with your SFTC, Google, Skype for business, log in through the web. But at the end, you are paying for Avaya only 1 license. How many number of users do you have? 10. You will buy 10 power users. That's it. But you have 500 SIP trunk waiting for you. You have 500 voicemail boards waiting for you. That's for you. You can connect up to 150 branch without asking for any license. You have the support, the upgrade, the latest release. Avaya will take care about all that. If someone of you ask me, what about the servers? Where is the servers? Where is the deployment will be? We have 3 options. For the customers who is asking for deploy the servers in his company, yes, he can deploy the servers, the virtual machine in his office, free of charge. All the select edition will be installed on his servers or virtual machine, and he will pay for Avaya for the subscription. The second option, Microsoft Azure. Today we have agreement with Microsoft Azure, so if any partner or customer can pay for Microsoft Azure for a specific storage, we can put the select edition, the ISO image, the call recording, the IP Office on Microsoft Azure. Or the third option, which is Rank Central coming soon, that will be Avaya 100 pure cloud. For the trunks, yes, if the customer has analog trunk, then he will buy only IP Office 500 V2, the cabina, only the control in it, with cards, without any license, and connect the trunk and connect that cabina to the internet. That's it. If he has a SIP trunk, he will use the same IP Office 500 V2, and that will be connected to without any license. In subscription, you have to take care only about the power user or essential or basic. That's it, monthly. You don't have to take about the latest technology, the support, the upgrade. All will be managed by Avaya. Just you will pay monthly for which kind of license, and that's it. Even we have subscription for the Avaya space, which we are doing today. If the customer looking for the video meet over the cloud through voice and video, to do chat over the cloud, to do presentation like what we are doing today, to upload all recording sessions to the same cloud to be shared with customers, to do whiteboard, even to create multiple virtual class inside this Avaya space. This is the Avaya space. And we have 3 kinds of license. Essential, free. You can get the essential from Avaya free. You can do audio conference, only up to 50 participate, share presentation with them, with only storage 1 gigabit. But without video, just only audio. But if you pay for Avaya for business, 1 license only, you can do a conference collaboration, share content, share recording, video call, like what we are do up to 200. With power user, you can do up to 500 with unlimited storage. That means all your meetings will be recorded and uploaded on the same profile. All your presentation and chat and documents will be uploaded there. And you can create unlimited virtual rooms. And you can assign every virtual room for specific users, and these users can log into that virtual room and they can review all the old sessions. They can listen to the recording files. They can download this, the presentation, the documents. You can sell this for the schools, for the university. Then every teacher or every doctor, he can create a virtual classes and assign students for that class. Then if any student missed the class, he can come later and see the recording class. That's perfect solution. And the payment for Avaya Space yearly. The last topic and finish, Avaya Endpoint. What's the new technology in Avaya Endpoint today? The wireless and Bluetooth. That means today some of the customers looking for normal phone but without cabling inside the office. He wants the same phone to be sitting in his office but no Cat6 cable. And even he wants to be connected Bluetooth to move easily in the building. So the phone will be moved easily in the office. That's through the wireless, because the same phone will be connected to the wireless. And the people need to move easily in the office to talk by Bluetooth. That's the new technology in Avaya phones. Then we have a digital phones, all 14 series, 95 series. We have a IP phones G series. We have the G17, G129, G179, and G189, and G159. All of them support wireless and Bluetooth, depend. And we have the hospitality phones, 3 kinds of hospitality phones for hotels with buttons. And we have executive phones, video phones, which open Android. We have headset from Avaya and DECT phones, wireless, and we have a conference phone, and we have a camera. And we have open device phones. This will open for you a new window to sell. You can sell all these phones, configure them with non-Avaya systems, with third-party systems, which is open, like Astra, like 3CX, like Zand, like Grandstream, like Huawei today, because Huawei end of their telephony system. G series, as I told you, G129, J159, J179 support wireless and Bluetooth, and you have to buy the small module G series and plug in from the right side to the phone. That small module will enable the wireless and Bluetooth. For G129, only wireless, but for G179, G189, G159, it will enable the wireless and Bluetooth. That means you can connect any third-party Bluetooth with this device to handle the calls. Avaya Vantage phones today, it is open Android. You can, with full HD camera, you can use them for extension, for conference, for Avaya Space, or for your personal call through Skype for business, through Imo, through WhatsApp, through Facebook. You can download whatever you would like to download on this application, on this Android. Avaya headset, we have multiple kind of headset, but the best feature coming with this headset is to control the harmless. That means if the customer starts shouting, raising his voice, with control of harmless, you will not feel that kind of rise of the voice, shouting. That will keep you healthy always. Okay, with noise cancellation and safe to use. With multiple connectors, it comes with RG11, it comes with USB, it comes with touch, it comes with Bluetooth. Even with supervisor, you can connect 2 headsets to 1 laptop. Okay, multiple kind of connections. And camera, we have HC cameras. Today I'm using HC050, which connected to my laptop through USB cable only. And I am opening my Avaya Space, connect that camera to you, and I am moving it right, left, then you can use this camera even for personal use. Just connect them to your laptop, or you can connect them to Avaya video conference system, XT70, you can connect them. And Avaya CU, this is the camera where you can use them, different stories, different cases. And the last camera is Avaya CU360, which is all-in-one. Let me tell you how this camera will help you all-in-one. First of all, you can connect this camera as a normal extension with iOS. You can, with keyboard, you can handle the calls with screen, you can handle the calls, receive the calls as a normal extension. If you are calling between this camera and soft phone, you can do video call. This is number one. Number two, you can use this camera as a personal use because it is open Android. You can download your own applications and like Avaya Spaces, Zoom, Skype for Business, Emo, and you can handle your calls, connect it to the internet and do calls with high definition camera. Number three, you can use this camera in the meeting room connected to the touch screen. Instead of using whiteboard like this, the old traditional, now you can use the touch screen as a whiteboard, and you can share that with other meeting rooms to do conference call. As well as instead of today connected HDMI cable or VGA cable to connect your laptop to the screen to show your presentation, no need. Today you can connect your laptop to this screen, to this camera, and camera connected to the screen. Then in the future, no need for more cabling in the room, no need for Cat6. We are connecting because we are connecting wireless. No need for whiteboard because we are using screen touch with this camera. No need for VGA and HDMI cable because we are connected wireless. And you can connect this with other meetings room. That's today Avaya Mid-Market Unified Communication. Next session will be about the Avaya Mid-Market Contact Center. We have two kinds of contact center. We have call reporting ACR, we have ACCS. And the session after that, it will be about the Avaya new Centrum channel program, new applications, which you can sell them around the Avaya core systems. You can sell them on top of iOffice or on top of Aura Mid-Market. These applications related to the integration with database like CRM, related to the integration with social media, call billing, and that's it in the next session. Today, the market is ready. The market is open for digital transformation. The market is open for increase the applications, the customer satisfaction, the performance, the productivity. We are ready to help the market. We are ready to help you to sell that. I hope you are ready. If you are not ready, just talk to Avaya, talk to distributor. We will help you to sell more and to build more and to communicate more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Hamza. Just one quick question. Do you wanna mention about the new marketplace of Avaya, which our partners can go and see that subscription? Do you want to say some few words on that as well?
Avaya Marketplace?
Yep.
See, I don't know if that's today in Turkish, in Turkey available or not. I think you can go back to Mr. Zaid and Yejid. But what I'm talking here about the iOffice subscription. But Marketplace need differentiation, someone expert to talk about that.
Okay, great.
Because in Saudi Arabia and UAE, still we don't have that. But maybe in Turkey.
Yes, we do have. Then let's take it as a specific session on that. Thank you very much. Çok teşekkür ediyorum. Sorusu olan var mı acaba? Ya da talep ettiğiniz bir şey Hamza aramızdan ayrılmadan? Sanırım yok. O halde Perşembe günü önümüzdeki hafta gene aynı şekilde Mid-Market CC Session'ını da hepinizi görmek bizi çok mutlu edecek. Dediğim gibi Hakan ve biz burada sunumlar ve kaydedilmiş olan bu toplantıyı paylaşmaya hazırız. Umarım faydalı olmuştur. Katılımınız için çok teşekkür ediyorum. Saif, would you like to say something?
Good morning, Uzlam.
Good morning, Saif.
Let me quickly switch on my video. So yeah, okay. Good morning, team. Uh, Hamza, thank you very much. And just to, add to what Uzlam highlighted, marketplace is basically a platform through which you can, do your all your DFPP as well as subscriptions, orders, placing of those things. Yeah, and it is yes, it is available for, Turkey market. So for sure, if required, we can arrange for a session for entire marketplace. So it is all the orders with regards to your enterprise or an mid-market for the subscription and other can be placed through the marketplace, Avaya marketplace. It's very easy, very handy compared to A1S. So because this requires more of an, I would say, a different model where we are talking about OPEX thing rather than a CAPEX. So that's where it is. Now, I think you must have learned a lot, and I think this session would have been quite informative for you as a team. This is one of the area where I think Hamza has touched base. Hamza, I would say, is a veteran in many aspects. He was based out of Saudi, and his expertise has been now extended for the entire region, Middle East, Africa, Turkey. So he is, I would say, complete hands-on on mid-market. It's not from a sales standpoint of view, but he has a lot of expertise on complete hands-on. So his experience would be very helpful, and he works with a lot of customers directly. So if you need to, introduce you to your customer, any support is required, please feel free to use him as much as, I would say, use and abuse him, yeah, as much as you can. So it will be helpful for you as well as for him also, to expand that. Having said that, I mean, uh, front end, I think Oslam and the team is already there to support you all, whatever support is required in country. Take this. And also, I would request you to move, change the way we currently are doing business with. Uh, as the trend is changing in the market, we have moved a lot from, I would say, capex to opex model, and subscription is witness to that. They talk about a lot. Internally, just to give you a simple analogy of how we correlate our things. If you must have seen that when you are going with a normal flight, yeah, if you want to travel, and when you are going from an airport, uh, the condition of the airport is very, I would say, reasonable. You have a big runway, you have, all the things are in place, everything is being arranged properly. But if you look at the similar way, when you are talking about fighter plane, yeah, which is basically stationed on a ship, yeah, the runway is quite small. It is maybe few hundred meters versus to 4 kilometers runway, which we have it on a normal scenario. Wind condition, it may not be very favorable in this thing. Sea must be rough at that point in time. So, and also it requires a lot of thrust as well as acceleration in that few hundred meters for a flight to take off. Yeah. So what we do generally, or what they do, is basically hold them with a very strong ropes. Yeah, and suddenly when the acceleration is been put on, and basically this fighter flights and all that, automatically this things, the ropes are being pulled, and it gets more acceleration and it takes off. So this is what exactly is been ask, or I would say, this is where we are little late in the cloud environment, but I think we are completely ready with this cloud thing. So I would request you to look at the entire portfolio, which we call it as Ready Now, which includes all three domains of Avaya. And we are going to come up on our spaces also, entire complete direct dialing facilities and everything, which will also become the, I would say, future norm. So feel free, team is available at your disposal anytime. Uslam, thank you very much.
Thank you so much Saif. Orta Doğu, Afrika ve Türkiye distribütör kanalları direktörüne teşekkür ediyorum. Tüm bu session'lar tamamlandıktan sonra genel gözden geçirdiğimiz mid-market session'larının subscription taraflarını, abonelik taraflarını, günümüzde ve uygulamalarda pratik nasıl yapacağımıza dair bir session daha ayarlarız. Marketplace dediğimiz alandan subscription abonelikleri yapılabiliyor. Onlarla ilgili de pratikte nasıl kullanabileceğimiz, offerların hangi cihazlarla bundle edilebildiğini, ne tür fiyat seviyelerine geldiğini, yani müşterimizin karşısına geçtiğimizde uygulamada ve pratikte nasıl bir fiyatlandırma yapılacağını ve tüm anlatılan bu kompleks yapının aslında nasıl bir platformda toplanarak kolay hale getirdiğini de ayrıca bir uygulama eğitimi olarak bir session ayarlıyor olacağız. So thank you to all, to Avaya team. Thank you very much. It was our pleasure today to have this session. Teşekkür ederiz. Kendinize çok iyi bakınız. Haftaya Perşembe görüşmek üzere. See you next week on Thursday.
Teşekkürler, hoşça kalın.
See you next week for contact center.
Thank you Hamza.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.